anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Whispered hopes turned into roars, mountains moved by steady hands. In the sea of endless stars, we command and take our stand. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Whispered hopes turned into roars, mountains moved by steady hands. In the sea of endless stars, we command and take our stand. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Tonight's the night we claim our fate. No more silence, no more wait. With every step we elevate, creating worlds we celebrate. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. We started with a spark, in a world so dark and plain. Now we're lighting up the night, making magic from our veins. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Whispered hopes turned into roars, mountains moved by steady hands. In the sea of endless stars, we command and take our stand. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Whispered hopes turned into roars, mountains moved by steady hands. In the sea of endless stars, we command and take our stand. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies. Tonight's the night we claim our fate. No more silence, no more wait. With every step we elevate, creating worlds we celebrate. Liberty tonight, our anthem, loud and proud. Dreams unfold with colors bold, they shimmer in the crowd. From nothing to everything, we build this paradise. Freedom in our hearts, we're reaching for the skies.
Hello, everybody! Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Brian Piotr, and this is Liberty Tonight. We are your entertainment show from the libertarian perspective, the MAGA perspective. But we fight with ourselves a little bit, so maybe we're a little bit bipolar. I don't know these days. I stand with Massey. I think he is right. We should shut down the government. I don't really care about funding it at all. But anyways, we got a wonderful show for you. We got Cybertrucks. We got funny bits from the internet. RFK Jr. is going to call in and tell us about his French fries. See if Steak and Shake's actually worth going to. And I'm looking to you in the chat. Y'all put up $69 tonight in Rumble Rants. Rumble.com/Liberty Tonight. I will buzz my head live on stream. That is called being shameless and capitalism. And I hope that you're all in for it. So before we go any further, everybody, let's hear from the king of all libertarians, our king and leader, who's here to give us the brainwashing that we all need. Not to tell us, go get vaccinated and bow to your president and love democracy. No. This monarch, this king of all libertarians, is here to tell us what we really believe. What is it that we are supposed to laugh at and enjoy? And what are we supposed to be angry at above all things? So here, raise your glasses to the king of all libertarians.
Hear ye, I'm King Libertarian, benevolent dictator of libertarianism, slayer of status, hater of bureaucrats, lover of Doge, and all-around badass monarch. Now silence, peasants, your king is speaking. I think everyone can recognize Patrick Bateman, a.k.a. American Psycho, a.k.a. Gavin Newsom, is a classic depiction of a true sociopath. Even American Psycho is forced to distance himself from the Democrat Party, you know it's a huge problem for them. Once seen as the possible candidate to replace Biden before Kamala and the DC swamp led a coup against him and Biden, Newsom jumped out of the liberal bathwater as if there was a turd floating in it. And there is a turd floating in it. It's called unchecked mental illness masquerading as weaponized victimhood. You play that role more than liberal Hollywood virtue signalers like Rosie O'Donnell. Oh yeah, and she's a lesbian too, so double points. She announced she's permanently relocating to Ireland due to Trump's victory. Rosie, Doge is already cutting down the federal government. Inflation and egg prices are coming down. The Ukraine war will end soon. I don't know if we can win anymore. The Diddy and Epstein files have already been released. Oh, wait. Anyways, with the government shutdown looming, Democrats are praising the prospect of hamstringing Trump's government after crying gloom and doom over shutdowns just a few months ago. I haven't seen this hard of a flip-flop since Elon made successful EV companies. We're all doing our part to reduce carbon, unless you get that car from a Nazi. Many other amazing things are occurring this week, such as RFK's visit to Steak and Shake, which we will talk to him about later. And in fact, whoever runs Steak and Shake's X account is a real libertarian. I proclaim it. Your king, representing you, my peasants, replied to one of their posts in which they prominently featured Mises's Human Action book. And they replied, and I replied to them, as the king of all libertarians, I command our legion to choose Steak and Shake for its fast food needs henceforth. To which they replied to me, your command is our wish. Your king has spoken. Now back to Squire Brian.
Hello, you dangerous lunatics. Welcome, Robbie the Remen. I love it. It's a beautiful evening. It's a beautiful night. Now, I would like to show my patriotism by buying a Cybertruck. And all I need is from each of you a small amount so that I could have the $90,000 that I need to do so. together, maybe we could all share it. I could have it on the first weekend of the month, and we can just split it 12 different ways, each just, driving it to each other, being responsible, and being a good EV salesman. And I'm happy to wrap it in the funniest Liberty Tonight possible wrap, all because I love you guys. So, anyways, King, that was a beautiful speech. The Epstein files aren't coming out. They don't appear like they're going to be coming out. And I'm not going to hold my breath, but Ross Ulbricht is free. And potentially we won't be going into World War III. So I'm going to call that a win.
Yes. Yes. I think more people than they could have possibly imagined are entangled in this web of Epstein and Diddy, and that is part of a larger trafficking network that is sweeping up a lot of folks that don't want it to happen. So very strange, very odd indeed that it was so heavily pushed and then so pushed back far. So I maybe, in my infinite knowledge, believe that there are active indictments against these horrible people, these middlemen that take everything, and maybe that's why they're holding it up, because they want tight cases, and they just want to just ram their fist up these pedophiles' asses and take it all down. So, what do you think, chat? Why aren't the Epstein and Diddy files coming out? Are they gonna strike at the right moment, or are we being bamboozled? I don't know. What do you think, Brian?
Let's give them a chat. You have to chat a second. Just a reminder, if we get to $69 in Rumble Rants, rumble.com/Liberty Tonight, I will buzz my head on stream, because
I want to see this, guys.
I am shameless and I love you. And if that is good content, then so be it.
He has to go to work like that.
I'll look fabulous. I think I've got the head for it.
He's got a bald head. Your king does not have a bald head. That is why I have a gorgeous, luscious head of hair that flows out as like a bounty. It actually blesses the water it touches, and that flows throughout my kingdom.
King, for all this bragging, where's the video of you at the Gulf of America that we have been promised? Any progress on this?
Your king demands that the Gulf of America be at bathwater temperature before my body shall grace it. I will have nothing less than the most succulent experience whilst in this water.
I think that's a pansy thing to say. It's March, it's spring break, man. There's thousands of people at that beach right now. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, you got to go.
I will
consider
your request henceforth. And
but
if thou'lt call me a wussy one more time, it's off with your head, sir. But
I don't live in your country, but maybe I won't visit. Maybe I won't visit the great Gulf state of America.
That's right.
So
it's coming soon, folks.
Anyways, first video of the night, everyone. Massachusetts doctor contemplates leaving the state over harassment for the Cybertruck.
Never imagined driving a Cybertruck. A Cybertruck will get you that much hate?
Not hate as in driving a steel origami is not my cup of tea, but hate as in maybe it's time to call the police.
Dr. DeRoche, I hope you kill yourself. Please do the world a favor. Have a horrible day.
Dr. Jarouche says he got that message
driving
Wednesday,
a car.
and that it followed a series of escalating attacks that center around his ownership of the Tesla and the fact it's wrapped in gold. Jarouche says to match the logo of his Southborough practice, Sculpting MD. But that's not apparently what his detractors think.
With the gold,
I think that's a ballin' truck.
Yes.
It's pure
so everybody in the chat and everybody watching, what do you call it when somebody uses threats and violence to a political gain? What, Ryan? I know you have an encyclopedic brain, but could you summarize what the definition of that phrase is?
I don't like the words domestic terrorist because I'm sick of the Democrats calling me one because I say mean things on X. Also, on the bright side, none of these people have guns and are likely to hurt themselves as much as you if they got one. So I sleep better at night knowing that, at least. But these people are unhinged, and they accuse the other side of hate when it's really the people who can't have fun. They can't party like us.
That's right.
They're the ones
They
with
can't
hate in their
stand
heart.
winning. They don't want to win. They don't want to win.
Their version of
Keep it-
winning this last 4 years was very, very pathetic. It was somebody vacant, not even in the office. Winning was just corruption as normal. Like, no, progressives used to have the word progress, but they are the exact opposite of that now. They stand up for Iron Mountain having limestone caves full of paper documents as their beacon on the hill that they all want to defend at the ends of the earth.
The elevator can only bring up and down 10,000 documents per month. That's the choke point.
That is defending democracy for some people at this point. And
imagine cutting the government in half and being mad about it. Does make zero sense.
I don't understand them, but I am happy for them. Good for them. Never change it. Never change, liberals. You guys got this.
To your point though, when it's Trump's government, now they're all about shutting down the government, right?
Exactly. And you know what? I support them. I support them for all the Republicans who are trying to keep.
We support Chuck Schumer right now.
I am pro Chuck Schumer.
Yes.
All the Republicans trying to keep the government open. Shame on you.
He's a good Palestinian.
Shame on you, guys.
I am behind this Gaza guy.
We want to shut down that government. That is the whole reason we voted for you to go there in the first place.
Let's go, Palestinians.
The more shut down, the better.
Government down.
Don't threaten me with a good time. My goodness.
I'm on the side of the guy that got his Jew card taken from Trump and called a Palestinian. Let's go. Who are we on the side with here? Shut down the government.
Fiery Waco said, starts with a T, but I don't know what he's talking about there.
Definition of political violence.
Terrorists. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They are terrorists. And so
and yes, I am please clip this out of tonight's episode and send it to Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, we would love you to be a sponsor of our show, Liberty Tonight, or Freedom Never Sleeps. Just consider it. All right. I know I'm gonna DM you. We'll do something.
You know,
can you imagine
Steak and Shake,
some delicious beef tallow fries right here, right in front of the king. You know how they do like on The Voice or whatever, they put the mug right there. Steak and Shake, a nice vanilla shake.
I do want to.
I'm deliciously sipping on throughout the episode.
I do want to reward small baby steps in the right direction. So good job, Steak and Shake, for beef tallow replacing the seed oils in the fryer. That means that everything that goes in the fryer is slightly less healthy, but I'm guessing the buns still have seed oil. I saw that you had a tweet that said the butter will be replaced with real butter. That's a positive as well. Your ice cream, I really doubt it's ice cream. It probably is a fluid that goes in a machine and comes out as a solid, and maybe we could improve that as well. There's always room to improve.
Hey,
and if you're doing this,
they're based on
the nasty stuff that McDonald's does with French fries. They have a special potato that they spray with the nastiest possible chemicals, and you can't be outside when they're spraying it because you'll die, basically.
Yeah.
So I really hope
I've heard of this.
Yeah, and then they let the potatoes sit in a warehouse for like 2 years to degas so that they're not poisonous. So I hope that the potatoes that you're putting in the beef tallow aren't the same level of poison. I hope that you can get more like organic, even discolored potatoes that are at least good for you. That would be nice. I think there's lots and lots of room for you here. You could become the Make America Healthy Again restaurant.
And you guys could carry like one organic meal on your menus. Like not the whole menu organic, but like if you had one meal, like an organic meal, that would be cool too.
Or what if you had steak? Your Steak and Shake. What if you had steak? That would be nuts.
Oh, that's a novel concept.
That would be absolutely crazy.
That would make sense.
I'd go order a New York strip off your menu if you had one.
And a vanilla shake right next to it.
Well, yeah, if you put real dairy, in it and take out carrageenan and all this weird stuff that goes like absolutely nasty stuff, yeah, we could talk about the ice cream once in a while too.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this is the For Liberty Network. You've been watching something and wondering, what the hell is this? Well, the For Liberty Network is a beautiful, wonderful, incredible, the best ever network. It involves Culturama before us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the Wake Up America show with Austin Peterson, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 Central. And the best of all of them, the Liberty Tonight Show, which is your replacement for the original Tonight Show with Carson or the Colbert Report or whatever you used to watch back in the day. Except now we're going to have politics that don't make you cringe.
We're the better Daily Show.
Yeah, and instead of bringing on some cartoon vaccines to dance and propagandize you with stupid stuff, we're going to tell you all the really fun stuff that's totally serious, and you should totally listen to us at all times. Starting with this one thing that happens. Protesters went to the Trump Tower, and they learned that there's such a thing as crime in New York again. They got all thrown onto a bus and they're getting arrested. They're going to be charged.
I mean,
the world
during
is
the
a
summer
different
of
place.
love, during the summer of love, these same leftists would have been allowed to literally besiege a federal building for 40 days, 40 nights straight.
They let you do
just out
anything in
there
New York City. You can kill the United Healthcare CEO in New York City.
Oh, Luigi. Oh.
Yeah, Luigi didn't do it. It's all set up.
He's going to be the king of that jail because he's going to have the most stacked commissary ever. He is not going to hurt for a honey bun or a pack of ramen ever as long as he still lives in that prison, which is going to be for the rest of his life.
Well, assuming he did it, he may not have done it. Thanks, Quest Fanning. Okay, we got $59 more to go, and I will buzz my head right here on the show. Everybody, we can do it.
Do it.
I'll do it.
Make him do it. I want to see this. This will be hilarious. We'll do it right at the end, and
we'll do it. We'll do it right like this.
59.
Zoomed up on me. You can see how much. I don't have that much hair to go, but hey, it's something. We got room to grow.
Absolutely. Hey, Daniela. Thanks for being in the chat. Culturama. What's going on?
Daniela Pensek moving to 3 shows a week. I don't know how regularly. Please let us know if that's an every week type of thing. She's crushing it. Very happy for her success. You can find stuff at the forlibertyshop.com to support both our show or hers. Lots of good comments coming to me for our coffee. I hear that it's very caffeinated, good taste. There's a whiskey barreled aged coffee that people are, what's the right word? They're going crazy for it. We want to be your drug dealers. We want to supply you. You're going to stay up late with us. You're going to wake up early tomorrow. Perfect time to inject the caffeine right into your veins. And
do you put blue dye in your coffee, Brian?
No, I put methylene blue straight into my mouth, so I don't get blue teeth. And it tastes nasty, but you know what? It does give you like this crazy feeling in your brain, and I'd like to think that it's making me smarter. But
it does definitely give you mental clarity. It does. It should be private label our own methylene blue, our own. We are not your doctors. This is not medical advice, but maybe we should go full Alex Jones and start doing supplements because methylene blue is great. But not to get off on the blue dye. We're on the blue dye, folks. We can't stop talking about it.
Yeah, I'm taking 1 milligram a day daily. I'm going to do it for a couple of weeks. Peeing very dark blue. It's crazy. It's super crazy, guys. But hey, I think it's pretty awesome. And if you're not on SSRIs, you should try it, I hear.
Yes, that's the only. Yeah, if you're on Prozac, do not take methylene blue. You'll go even crazier than you already are.
Yeah, but get off the Prozac. Figure out how to do that. That's for sure. Okay, Big Blue on stream. Chucky Schumer. Let's see what he
It will
says
be
and
average
compare it to what he says.
Americans who suffer most. Some of our military service members could be forced to work without pay.
Oh,
Families who benefit from WIC and other nutrition programs could see benefits halted.
that would be
Republicans do
terrible.
not have the votes in the Senate to invoke cloture on the House CR. Our caucus is unified on a clean April 11th CR.
Oh, the
that will
hypocrisy.
keep the government open and give
It
Congress
was just
time
not
to
so long
negotiate.
ago that the government shutdown was the worst possible thing you can ever do. The only thing worse you could be is Elon Musk, and then it's shutting down the government. But
So
it's fine.
I do think it's something like this. When BlackRock and Vanguard are interviewing you to run for office and they're deciding whether or not you're going to win, they need you to give speeches on both sides of the same issue, and you need to be able to lie convincingly on both sides of every issue. You need to be able to flip flop, or you ain't gonna get in. Because
Well,
the needs of the corporation might change on a daily basis, and they might need you to say a different thing on a different day. So they need to make sure you can do it convincingly. Then they're going to send you to an island with some underage kids, take some
Oh.
videos, and then put you in Congress. And I think that's just, how it goes.
yes, that's absolutely right. We got top 10 coming up. Bet it's going to be top 10 reasons why the budget can't pass in Congress. But Robbie the Rimmon, $5. So we're at what, 40, 44 or 54?
$15 in. We're $15 in for the evening,
All right.
everybody.
It was
can do
$69 in Rumble Rants, and Brian will shave his head at the end of the episode.
This is my
So we
favorite.
were at
This is my
54.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of the entire evening. Babylon B. B or not the B? B or not to be? We definitely need an intro for this.
Yes, but we're top 10. Top 10. Yes, we're going to do an intro for this. Top 10. Top 10. Oh, yeah. Something like that. That sucks, but it'll work on it. All right. Top 10 reasons Congress can't agree on a budget. All right. Number 10. Too busy arguing whether men can use the women's restroom. Yes. Yes.
More like too busy. One man dressing as a woman in Congress can use the women's restroom. That's the way it is.
Mr. Chair. Oh, you call me Mr. Chair.
We should get him a shirt from the4libertyshop.com that says Mr. Chair.
Yes. Send it right to you, sir.
He'd probably do.
All right.
He'd probably call that hate speech and send the FBI after us, or the ATF. The ATF is the kind of people that burn a building down, so that's probably who they're gonna have. No knock raid. I own no guns illegally. ATF, leave me the heck alone.
They're all in the boating accident.
They're all gone. Number 9, Mitch McConnell's turtle fetish keeps derailing talks with demands for shell maintenance.
Yes. Oh, the McConnell. He's just sitting there looking off into space. All right. Top 10 reasons Congress can't agree on a budget. Number 8, Democrat Congress people caught spray painting Trump's new Tesla. Oh my gosh. They can't help but vandalize. Jeez. Even the Congress people are getting in on the rioting. This is crazy.
I know that it is probably a pain to get the paint off, but it is easier to get the paint off of the stainless than basically any other production car.
Just you could do like a abrasive kind of just brush and just brush the metal and it would come right off, right?
Well, the problem is you're gonna make like a pattern that's different on that spot compared to the rest of the thing.
Yeah.
So you have to
You
do
just
it
probably just use a
somewhat
solvent.
carefully. Yeah, I think you just spray it with a solvent and wipe.
Well, either way, they're crazy. 10, Quest Fanning, Rumble Rand, thank you so much.
$10 to
10,
not shave your head.
shave your head. Well, that's not how this works. So
I don't
sorry.
know. I don't know how that works. That's $25.
$44. That's $44 left. And Brian will shave his head at the end of the episode. All right.
I've used
Go
the
for
word
number
buzz.
7.
I've used the word buzz very clearly. I'm allowed to have, at the minimum, a 1/4 inch of hair when this is over. Okay, just to be clear.
Did we do Robbie the Rimmons Rumble Rant? Did we get that one? The $5?
Schumer is as phony as a stripper's boobs. I'm guessing no.
Did we add that in? What number we? I don't know. All right, number 7. Go, Brian.
Hey, I can filter it by donations. No, that we did. So we're at $25 for the night. Number
Okay.
7. Someone keeps slipping. Rename Thomas Massey, Ron Paul 2.0 into the CR. He is Ron Paul 2.0.
That's right.
Ron Paul Jr. Thomas Massey
Yes.
was right. There's something we need in the For Liberty shop, if it doesn't already
That's right.
exist. In towels
right.
and mugs and everything. When Thomas Massey is senator, we'll have Rand Paul and Thomas Massey in the same state, and all will be right in the world.
That's right. That's right. All right. Top 10 reasons why Congress can't agree on a budget. Number 6, the Wi-Fi in the Capitol is down, so they can't Google how to steal. Yeah, they're pretty good at that one. The $20 billion that was shoveled into a private bank account right as Biden was leaving office. That's not suspicious.
It's a little bit suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Fire Waco $1 for Brian to shave his eyebrows. All right.
Number 5.
We're going to have to go above 69 for that one.
Half of them think balanced budget means splitting the strip club tab evenly.
Classic. Yes. I've heard those in D.C. do, in fact, love their strippers very, very
Oh,
much. And
man.
they spend a lot of money on them. A lot of our money on them.
That whole city is so dirty. We need to just shut that whole thing down.
All right. Number 4, reasons why Congress can't agree on a budget. AOC and Luna got stuck in an elevator together, and now they're not talking to each other anymore. You know how that goes with the ladies. All right. Quest Fanning number 1, a $1 quarter-inch. That's what she said. She probably. All right. I don't know what number we're at. I'm bad at math, but Brian, number 3.
We're at 27. Okay, had to wait for the interns to finish doing it in the Senate chambers.
Oh, aren't you glad that era is over of drag queens at the White House?
I think that era is at least on pause. I hope it's dead forever. But let's just we gotta push this pendulum that's starting to swing this way all the way. We gotta keep it going. Can't let the swamp slow it down and then pause it and then push it back. Which gotta swing it hard. Gotta put Congress people in jail for graft and crimes and bribery and all the stupid crimes they're doing. Number 2.
All right. Yes, number 2. Rand Paul's insisting on a line item for his personal Liberty lube, and it's a hard no. Yes. I don't know what's that going on with that, Rand, but hopefully it has nothing to do with playing baseball.
And number 1,
mowing your lawn.
The one we've all waited for. They can't decide if the budget should be in dollars, Bitcoin, or vibes.
All right, that was top 10 reasons Congress can't agree on a budget. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. This is Liberty Tonight, where freedom never sleeps. I am your intrepid co-host, King Libertarian, and we have our co-host here, Brian Piotr. We're on the ForLibertyNetwork.com. Quest Fanning, $20 to bring a ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding fine. All right, we're at $47. So not too far away from Brian Piotr having to shave his head live on this show at the end.
I'm getting
of the
nervous.
Second hour. I'm looking forward to that. But yes, we're on rumble.com/Liberty Tonight. We have the biggest live crowd that we've had so far today. Thank you everyone for showing up. You're reposting, you're liking our video, you're following our channel. If you're new here, hit that follow button, hit that like button, and share it with your friends. Come in the comments. Leave us a Rumble rant. Anything you write, almost.
What are we doing
in
the comments?
Ranting. You're Rumble ranting. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I feel like this is what we're doing in the comments.
Yeah. That's right. America's back. America's back, baby. Let's go.
I mean, she should be eliminating 100% of the workforce, right?
Yes. If anyone was going to break a federal government agency in half, it should be the matriarch of one of the greatest American sports of all time. It's almost
If
second
this
only
is,
to
my
NASCAR
last night as
and
co-GM
monster truck
in this
rallies.
ring.
Pro wrestling is the NFL of the working rural man of this country, and it's just so Americana. So yes,
Steelbringer,
ultimate backbreaker.
Steelbringer has brought
Department
in
of Education.
$20 more. We were at $67 if I count correctly.
Man,
Wow,
$2
good
more
work,
dollars.
Steelbringer. $20 for Stossel Stash, no saved head. I can't possibly grow a Stossel stash. That's just that's not in the genetic card that was handed to me when I was born. It would look something completely different if I tried. So I'm not gonna
Him and
try.
Burt Reynolds are the only two people able to pull that off.
And I'm not saying that
it's like a
Stossel
shop broom grew on his face.
Stossel doesn't pull it off. Oh no, we made it to $69.
All right, at the end of this show, in an hour and like 15 minutes, we'll do it the last 15 minutes of the show. Brian Piotr will shave his head. You got? Oh, he's got it ready already. Look at that. Look at that.
I got it
folks.
already, guys.
It's gonna happen, and we've got RFK coming up. We're gonna do Be or Not Be in a little bit, and if we have time to it, we'll get to some America the Beautiful and Liberal freakouts. So you got a great show lined up for you tonight, and like I said, Brian Piotr's gonna shave his head at the end of, or buzz cut his head.
Yeah,
with tremors.
I'm gonna buzz my head on stream, and my children's grandchildren will be able to look this up on rumble.com/Liberty Tonight and see what their great granddaddy did for money and why they got to go as far as they did. All right. So Whoopi Goldberg, hero of our time. She can't handle a Trump impersonator on the street. And I think that this just is an example of, she's having a bad time on a daily basis.
Whoopi, it's your favorite president. Why do you hate me so much? I gave all the African Americans jobs. I loved you in the 90s, Whoopi. I loved Rat Race. I loved Ghost. I still love you deep down somewhere, but you need to come around. We used to be pals on the show.
This
We
is
would
probably
all
what he
hang
actually
out.
would
We
say.
laughed. Barbara Walters is rolling in her grave right now. You have destroyed her legacy. This show is horrible. You need at least one trans woman on the show. Whoa, Whoopi. Whoopi's chasing after me. Whoopi.
She comes at him.
I love how
was
he
the one
stays
who ran
in
after you guys.
person.
Whoopi.
He stays
Okay,
in
sir.
persona.
You're great. I gave all these African American jobs here. Tough guy. We got a tough
Yeah, what a
guy.
hypocrite
We got
this lady
another
is. She's
Baldwin
got
over
all
here.
these armed guards around her. 24/7 security detail. She had at least 2 guys on her, if not 3, plus probably an assistant. Yeah. You go on The View and bitch and complain about how bad it is for you in this country and how oppressed you are and all this shit. Man, I wish Whoopi would join Rosie in Ireland. That's for sure. What do you guys think in the chat? Is she a hypocrite, or is she just living her best life?
I need The View because they are 4 or 5% of the content for this show. And if they went away, we would have a hole.
That's true.
So I need them to be around
Bless
because
you,
they
ladies.
say the most ridiculous stuff. And without them, where would we go? We just go to more deranged people on TikTok. It would only get worse.
It's like that whole cliche, a car wreck in slow motion. It's just you can't help but watch.
So there's a new sexuality out there on the internet, and it's called being Cuomo-sexual.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that so many people are Cuomo-sexual now? It's the new fad. Cuomo-sexual.
I'm
There's
not.
this slew of
No.
moderate to right-leaning men who have seen Chris Cuomo now on News Nation, who went on Tucker this week, and now they're intrigued. This phenomenon is
No,
more
they're
with the
not.
men. The ladies, we've known about him for a while, and he's the guy we're not supposed to except he does things that we're not used to, is actually willing to talk to us. But now there's this trend of guys who love Trump but are
That's not
getting
true. Is
infected
anybody
with
on this show
Cuomo-curious,
actually
if not entirely
Cuomo-sexual?
I think they're gonna have to update the flag. Have you noticed?
Yeah, I
don't think
no.
so.
No. No, the guy is repulsing, no matter who you are, and yeah, and he's clearly on testosterone
Well,
replacement.
did
Like,
you
come on.
did we all saw it, right? When Dave Smith got to talk to him about COVID, and he tried to
Yeah,
play it off as like, "Hey guys, we
he's a
were all
weasel.
wrong. You know, stuff happens." And Dave was like, "Dunk,
Yeah, Dave
dunk,
Smith, Dave Smithed him.
dunk." He
Yeah.
just wrecked him. And I feel like
I went to her X page and it says just a non-lib girl in a crazy lib world. So I assume you identify on the right.
I think she was doing that to
But
be funny,
but
and
what?
she was funny, and good job.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I also
Maybe
think that
she's for real.
like Chris
Wait,
Cuomo. Oh, for real? In what way?
maybe she's real. Like he's like the whole thing about how liberal women secretly want to be with right-leaning men. Is she suggesting that this could actually be happening? I took it as she was being serious. You thought she was trolling?
I think she was trolling. I think it was to
Oh,
be funny.
what do you guys think in the chat? I thought she was being absolutely serious, because because of the picture she chose. Why the ladies like him. I think that's it. But I don't know. The chat. What do you guys think? I don't really care either way. But it is what it is. We're not homosexual. That's the whole point.
But
You might be
okay.
because you're a woman, and
Related news item: his brother, Mayor Cuomo, is running for mayor. He used to be Governor Cuomo, right? And he's running for mayor of New York City. The guts on, like, the kahunas it takes to resign in disgrace and get shunned by everybody that you knew, and just like disassociated and accused of like, I'm Italian, I kiss people or whatever. Like, he had a really rough time. And to just be like, doesn't matter, I'm gonna run again. I'm gonna run for mayor in New
yeah.
York City. I'm just gonna,
What are you gonna do about it?
they got Teflon Don, they got Teflon Cuomo, right?
Pasta fagioli. Come on. Yeah, like the only thing more Italian he could have done is have gone and actually lived in Sicily while he was in exile from the media, and then come back only after he was nearly killed in a automobile explosion.
Yeah, it's absolutely craziness that there's no way the people of New York City, even the illegals of New York City, will vote for that. But
Absolutely.
maybe they
Absolutely
will,
not.
because we don't know if Cuomo's got a deal with Dominion or some kind of voting machine system. Which, by the way, Dominion, don't sue me. I have no money. I'll retract that immediately and say I'm sorry.
This is not medical advice or whatever.
This is not voting system advice.
We're not lawyers.
I know you're a Canadian company that totally steals elections, but I don't have any money to fight you over it. So let's just forget about it. But speaking of somebody who's got the money to fight lawyers,
This is
this is
the meanest tweet of all mean tweets.
This is the
here.
most hardcore tweet of all time. Elon saying, "Describe your favorite island vacation."
Maybe to the people in the chat, Brian, do you know who Reid Hoffman is and why Elon Musk would be telling him this? Describe it
Reid
for us.
Hoffman is a multi-billionaire who was a founder of LinkedIn, and went to Epstein's Island quite a bit.
Oh.
And Elon's calling him out as a pedo.
Oh. So it's people like this that are on those lists that are getting it held up.
And I think Elon and Reid have not liked each other for a long time, and openly calling somebody you don't like a pedo on your own platform is throwing stones.
Here's an interesting point that maybe no one has thought of at this point, and I'll propose it here, and I would love to hear from the chat whether you agree with me or not, or what you think of this. Consider what you are seeing now and what he said and what he's clearly accusing this person of. What if Elon Musk has also seen what Pam Bondi has seen and what Kash Patel has seen and what Trump has seen? Maybe he's also gotten to see the secret shit. So
Also,
assuming that may be true, and he's saying this, like,
notice
he's
no
like,
loss.
I got it right here, you son of a bitch. You want to keep going? You
Yeah.
want to keep funding up you're trying to take down my company, my brand, something I built from scratch. That is an incredible feat of engineering and effort that I've dedicated my life to. And you're on this list of pedophiles. Come on, son of a bitch. Let's go. That's exactly what's happening.
Dude, I noticed no lawsuits. Reid Hoffman has not been suing him over it, right? So that's because you don't want discovery. You don't want to open up what you don't
Just
want to get
like
to look at the evidence.
just like the book, RFK book on Fauci. Never got sued.
Dude, I don't care. If you're a billionaire, I don't care. You still go to jail for going to Epstein Island and doing dirty things.
Yeah.
I mean, we need people to go to jail. We don't need fines. We don't need slaps on wrists. If Sam Bankman-Fried can go to jail with Diddy, so can you, Reid Hoffman, right? Just,
Yeah.
Sam Bankman-Fried gave a lot to the Democrat Party. They won't save you on the right day, right? Like they will throw you under the bus
Yes.
when they need to. So
there's a lot of ratting going on right now. Guarantee that.
don't sleep too well, and maybe consider getting a passport for other countries, Reid. Oh man, so we got to exactly $69 in Rumble Rants, and so now I got to do it. Maybe I should have set that number way higher, guys.
Yeah.
That was a rookie mistake. Just I know you guys, and I just guessed way wrong. I should have set the bar at an unachievable level.
I
gonna be
demanded it be a funny number, and we thought 420 was just a little too much, so we went
Yeah.
with 69. So
What would 420 be the
maybe we'll
number?
do 420 next time.
Would 420 be the number for you, King, to do it?
Yes, for me to shave my head,
He values
it
his
would
hair
be
a lot.
420, and
He
I
values
will
his hair way
commit
too
to that
much.
on this episode. If in a single episode, in either this episode, if this episode gets to 420, I will supersede Brian in shaving my head, and we'll both shave our heads. And I'll do it live right now on this show. But any future shows,
Will you
if
bick
it's
it?
420,
Will you bick it?
will I what?
Would you bick razor your head?
No. But
Yeah.
I will shave it.
That is like one more level that I am not ready to breach. The bick razor.
That's right. Well,
I got a whole. Well, go ahead.
no, I was just to say, we have the View here, and speaking of predators and possible pedophiles, we're gonna hear from one that's justifying it, and then we just saw from her, and then we're gonna see how dealing with that right after it. So, yeah,
These are
Let's see what
two
she has to
very
say.
unpleasant people together.
And
What a
just
combo.
can't do anything except right here. Have you seen female athletes? They know what they're doing. So I'm not sure what's going on or why this is an issue. When you come in and you say, oh, these are men,
competing
against women, you're assuming that the women are weak and just can't do anything except right here.
Okay, all right. Whoopi, real quick. Name a trans man that has ever won a sporting competition playing in men's league. Now, off the top of your head, think about how many trans women athletes that are top champion athletes in women's sports. Why do you think that is?
I honestly,
care to guess there, Whoopi, or are you gonna have your security come over and
on
hush
like
us
the
up?
same day that this was posted, there's a video of a 16-year-old high school kid beating Caitlin Clark one-on-one.
Yeah.
And this kid is like maybe not going to college and playing basketball, but he can crush the number one basketball player in women's sports or women's basketball. It's just the matter of the fact, like speed, agility, strength, testosterone wins. So ladies, if you want to compete, you got to take a ton of testosterone, and that's really going to mess you up for the rest of your life. So don't.
We're not doctors. Do not do that.
Don't compete with men. Compete with women. See if you could be the best woman at something. But also, like, just in general, like, there are way too many sports with no viewers. And that means everyone's wasting their time, right? If you're not headed towards a market solution at the end, like, you're not becoming so good that the WNBA is running at a loss, right? Like, they shouldn't exist. Anything that runs at a
They're
loss,
subsidized sports.
anything that runs at a loss should not exist, right?
It runs on virtue signaling. It's fine. But wrestling, they could see a revolution in this trans type of thing. And before we roll that video, Quest Fanning, $5 Rumble rant. Thank you so much, Quest. Count mine against that. Let the plebs pay against me. I don't really know what that was for or what they were talking about, but
I think that Quest is saying that you just pretend like we're at 64 now and I don't have to cut my hair. I think that's what Quest meant.
Oh. So he's reversing the count.
He's reversing
adding to it.
I don't know. I'll still do it. Modern problems require modern solutions. Man gets slapped by a woman and puts on dress.
Just beat the shit out of her. It's okay. He identifies as a woman. It's fine.
He's wearing a dress, everybody. He deserves a trophy. We should celebrate that. Obviously.
Yeah. What are you, a bigot? Come on, let that happen. Be inclusive.
There's definitely a place for women in pro wrestling. Like there are actresses in a play, basically. And actresses are great, and you need actresses in a good play. No one wants to go see a play that's all men and women dressed as women, men dressed as women. It's not 1600
This isn't
anymore.
Shakespeare times.
Yeah.
Where small boys had to play the women.
All right. I'm just checking where we're at on the thing. Okay, we got one more before we do B or not the B.
Yes.
Guys, if you ever wanted a house in DC, we're coming up on a time where you can buy the dip. Now,
right.
I can't tell you when the bottom's going to be. I hope it is far, far below where we're at right now.
Oh, we haven't even seen it yet.
Oh, man.
It made 2008 look like a walk in the park.
This is just the first month, right? People got 8 months severance. So a lot of people are like, oh, I'll find another job. And there's going to be 8 more months before people hit rock bottom and have to sell their homes that live in DC. That there's a lot of them that are thinking, oh, I'll get my job back. The judge will reinstate the ban. I'll get my job and I'll keep my house. There's a lot of that going on right now. So this is just like the beginning. Housing market is beginning to crash. Listings are surging. A lot of people in DC realize they're not going to be staying in DC.
See, what this is an amazing opportunity because, like you say, wait 8 months, wait a year. But if you want to invest in America, if you believe in the America that is being built and is going to go forward, we must fill that void. And it's going to be at rock low bottom prices because there's nothing that drives up artificially the value of homes in an area like siphoning everyone's money and just using it on yourselves. So just like in every other Democrat urban area, it's way overpriced real estate.
Not to mention the demand from Ukraine went way down.
Yeah. How many mansions are now available for sale in Ukraine? I don't know. But yeah, I'd love to see it. It's
I don't think anybody bought a mansion in Ukraine with that money. It was 100% Switzerland, Hungary, anywhere in the world that's not in Ukraine.
That's right.
Okay, should we do the B or not the B?
Yes, we will do be or not to be here in a second, but I want to say hello to everybody that's in the chat, that is watching us here on the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, we are having one of the biggest nights so far. Our audience keeps growing, and that's thanks to you all for giving us shout-outs and joining us. And we try to make the show better and better every week, so we appreciate you being here. If you're watching on Twitter, formerly Twitter X, sorry, Elon, off of my head, come to rumble.com/Liberty Tonight and join us there in the chat, or give us a follow there. And then you can also go to forlibertyshop.com. If you go to forlibertyshop, the number 4libertyshop.com, up in the top right in the search bar, search Liberty Tonight, and you'll pull up our exclusive collection of wonderful gear that you have for your heart's desire. If you want to be a drug dealer, you hear really good things about the whiskey barrel-aged coffee. Everyone loves it. So wake up with us, and you can pour that whiskey barrel-aged coffee into a Liberty Tonight mug. So drink out of our faces and let us fuel your day. And your support is tribute to your king, which you owe by the fealty to me. So, yeah, give us a follow on X. King Libertarian Brian Piotr. We're here Thursdays, 9 to 11 every day, every Thursday Central Time. All right.
Yeah, we got
be or not be.
We got 750 viewers over on X. I don't know how many of you are bots. Come over to rumble.com/Liberty Night. Join the chat. It's getting lit. Right. Okay, be or
That's
not
right.
to
be or not to be. All right. So this is our skit, and this is a participation segment. So the chat, you have to reply. You have to play along. This is a group plan. This is a group game here. So I'm going to read 4 headlines. They could all be true. They could all be false. It could be a mix of either. And you're going to guess, is it a true headline or a not be headline, or is it a false headline, or is it a B headline? All right. Brian doesn't know these questions, so he'll be playing along with us. All right. Number 1, be or not be. Is this a fake headline or not? Dry eye danger. Woman goes temporarily blind during final round of international staring contest. All right. Was that a fake or real headline, chat?
That was
Dry
good.
eye danger. Woman goes temporarily blind during final round of international staring contest.
That was a really good headline. That was really good. I think that's real, because I don't think you could come up with that.
All right. Brian is not B. Steelbringers thinks it's true. Quest thinks it's false. Barney Styles false. B. I give it a couple more seconds. All right. I think we're split here. This is false. This is the B from my head. From my head. You underestimate your king, Squire Brian.
I do.
All right. We're going to go off of me and Brian as far as who's winning, and the chat too. Since y'all were half and half, that was the tiebreaker. I win on that one. All right, number 2. Is this a real or fake headline? Man arrested for impersonating Taylor Swift backup dancer sneaks into Eras tour. All right, was that the B or not B? Man arrested for impersonating Taylor Swift's backup dancer sneaks into Eras tour. Anything Taylor Swift related? I don't know. It's a hot button issue.
I'm going. This is real as well. 2 for 2
real for
my guesses. All
right. Brian is true. Quest is not B, not B, not B. Man, this is you guys are up on your Taylor Swift news. This is true. Yes, a man was arrested for faking like one of her dancers, as if she doesn't see these people all day, every day, on this tour. But all right. All right, we're 1 for 1. We're dead even. Number 3, Robot Chicken Fight Club raided. Birds reprogrammed to cluck not guilty at trial. True or not? Robot Chicken Fight Club raided.
That's the fakest thing
Birds
I've ever
reprogrammed
heard.
to cluck not guilty at trial. Is that B or not B? Did I make that up or not? You think it's not true, Brian?
No way.
What do you think, chat?
No way that's true.
I mean, stranger things have happened, maybe. All right. Everybody's saying it is false. It is true.
Oh.
That's true. There was a illegal fight club of robots, and they got bumped. All right. Last headline. Is this true or false? Comedy club owner bans audience members with Botox injections due to their unresponsive facial expressions during performances. Is this true or false? Is this a B or not to be? Did I make this up or not? Comedy club owner bans Botox faces because they don't laugh during the performances. Is this true or false? What do you think, Brian?
I can't tell. I don't know. I think I'm going with fake. Let's say it's fake, everyone. See what we got.
Brian's fake. We're 50-50 in the chat. B, not B, B, not B. This is also true. Yes. It was in London. A London comedy club owner. I don't know how he's going to be able to make that determination for people that walk in. But I guess it's pretty easy to tell if somebody's been bumped up. All right, that was B, not to be. Thank you, everyone, for playing. Wee, I won, but yay for you.
All right, 1 second. I'm going to play a funny commercial and be right back in 30 seconds. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm here with Jeremy Kaufman.
What happened?
What happened is I didn't find the right commercial. So we scrolled through a bunch of other ones, and I'm sorry for wasting everybody's time. This is Liberty Tonight. I'm Brian Piotr. We have raised over $69 for our charity, which is called Capitalism, where we support the Libertarian King and Brian Piotr and this show.
That's right.
And in order to do good for the world, I will buzz my head at the end of the show. So stick around for that. My
Looking forward to that.
My wife heard me making this promise on the show and brought me the kids' hair cutting thing. So we will all find out if she's proud of me afterwards or
You
not.
look very cute.
So cute.
And then RFK is going to come visit us. We're going to talk to him about Steak and Shake and the fact that he's demanding that food companies clean up their act. And then we'll do some America the Beautiful and liberal freakouts, maybe. I don't know. Well, I don't know what we'll get to because we got RFK that we got to fit in the next hour and Brian shaving his head, which we'll need, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes for. And then, of course, my peasant of the week. So, yes.
All right. I got some funny clips. Let's watch some funny clips.
Yeah.
Lighter. Baggy. I bet this is from Bring Your Kid to Work Day. My name's Nick Peterson, and I'm the White House's Director of Transfer of Power. It's a fancy title for someone who cleans out the president's desk. It's usually a boring job, tossing notepads, old calendars, things a normal commander-in-chief would use at his desk. Joe Biden's desk, however, was like cleaning out the prop closet for the Naked Gun. Running a country for dummies. Mint condition. More of that at the beach and less James Patterson, and I wouldn't be cleaning out your desk. The worst part? I guess the worst part was scrubbing dried ice cream out of the carpet underneath. I'm not complaining, though. I had to clean up after Bill Clinton's term, so. There's a painting underneath here, signed by Hunter and purchased by his dad at an inflated rate, no doubt. Quite the artist.
He's an artiste.
The con type.
Oh, we got to talk about Hunter.
An artist nonetheless.
You see where he's at?
Between you and me, I thought I was going to be doing this a lot sooner. I figured Kamala was going to pull the old security cameras are down trick and serve him up a scoop of death by chocolate. Oh, look. America's checkbook is empty. Fun fact, the president's chair is usually cleaned up and then moved to a museum or showroom.
Let's find this guy.
Something like this actually happened.
Simply for the fact that it had seen more blowouts than an episode of Jersey Shore.
Yeah,
looks like he recently carved
the same person after he cleans up after Trump is going to find X's boogers all over the desk. He's going to scrape those off like chewed bubble gum.
Joe Biden
He'd already had to do it once.
Politics.
My wife
imagine growing up and like to be an American adult and like you're famous for wiping boogers on the Resolute desk, which was carved from a colonial Navy ship. Like one of the most iconic pieces of furniture in world history. Like pretty great. Quest Fanning, $1. Your wife sounds excellent, Brian.
Yeah,
Yes, she's a nice
she's
lady.
right above you in the chat saying she doesn't want to clean up all that hair off my suit. That's that's Melody, everybody. She's still awake.
Melody, hi.
We won't. I'll take my suit off to shave. That'll probably bring in some more money. Am I right?
Oh,
Just kidding.
woo. I mean, your wife is watching. Yeah, get it, Brian. Let's go.
Yeah. So, first of all, let's talk about Hunter Biden. The man
Okay.
has claimed he is poverty stricken and escaped to a rich people's village in South Africa with full Secret Service detail.
What?
Oh man, I can find this in.
I did not hear that, but also not surprising. But also, what ties does he have to South? Why did he pick South Africa? Is that isn't he like don't they like not let white people back into South Africa anymore? I thought that was over.
Laura Loomer figured this out, and also figured out that Zelensky will be visiting South Africa in 2 weeks. Coincidence?
Is that like the new like island that we quarantine people at? Is that where all of these deep staters are gonna get like exiled to?
There's so much trash on X.
What do you guys think? Is in the chat, is South Africa and the trajectory it's going, is it an appropriate exile point for all the corrupt deep staters that have festooned themselves upon us all this time? What do you think?
Here's the article I got showing up on the screen. He escaped to South Africa for a 3-month getaway in the middle of his legal troubles. Despite claiming he's broke, he'll have full Secret Service protection. Departure comes as he's set to face disposition in a lawsuit over an infamous laptop.
Does Grocket, right? Does South Africa have extradition with the U.S.?
He's got,
because
I think Secret Service is extraditors.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, so why? I guess why is Trump still letting him have Secret Service detail? Like I understand why he wouldn't pull it from Biden, but like our ex-president's families also always covered? Like especially if it's a son, like I can understand their wife and themselves, like Bush and his wife and Obama and Michelle, but like do Michelle's kids forever have Secret Service details?
First line of descendants, so immediate family, and I think that as you go to extended family, it's under the discretion of the current president. So if you want like your grandkid to get it, you ask the president, and the president can grant it to you. But
at what point in convictions of felonies can you say that this person is no longer worthy of the protection of the United States? Like, how much of a scumbag do you have to be as an ex-president or ex-president's family to no longer get this? Quest Fanning $1 Rumble rant. There's so much trash on X, quoting Brian, thus followership.
That's
followership.
Right. Yeah,
get
mine
off
too.
This trash X and come over here.
At least half my followers are bots. At least. I don't know how many are real people. When I post something, I get 100 or so views on average. Those are the real people on the actual platform seeing it.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think we have it in the stack, but it was trending that Elon asked like how can he make the algorithm better, and a lot of people were saying that even like there was an account that had like 120,000 followers, but she was like, yeah, like I post and I maybe get 500 to 1,500 views on a post, and I have 140,000 followers. How is this possible? And she said specifically, it's like unless you get blessed by the cabal, the ex-influencers, unless they boost you, you won't get past that. And that's why, if you follow me on X, I have this conspiracy theory about the account I find retards. I find the concept amazing, obviously, but it was so obviously one of their alts. One of the Twitter cabal's alts. It was so clearly one of theirs. Everyone was like, "Oh, this account just came out of nowhere," like because they post pictures of politicians and write, "I found one." Like, so I mean, it's great, but it's not Twitter or X exaltation overnight. They created that account in December. You don't get that kind of traction that quickly unless you are being boosted by the upper echelon. So a lot of people pointed that out as like it's.
Dude, do you think it's like Elon's alt? Do you, like
I don't know.
honestly, Elon calls him out all the time, and it's either like one of Elon's friends, or or Elon's alt himself. Like he just switches profile to retard finder.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Elon's alt, then I get it. But I saw all of the big names like sharing and tagging and boosting it all at the same time. As at the beginning of the month or the end of February, it was just one big push. You just started I find retards just everywhere. I don't know. Not to get off on a rant, not to get off on a weave, but
so Hunter Biden broke apparently, and in South Africa, which I would not go to South Africa in my top 50 countries. I don't know how he gets down the list of South Africa. Zelensky happens to also be visiting. I feel like that's a big coincidence. He's probably like behind the curtain deal, talking about his Burisma money and strategizing for how do we avoid jail, all sorts of things.
You're giving me the money. I need the money now, and I take it from you because I need it. Yeah, Mr. Old Zelensky there.
Oh, well, I mean, let's not rush it. I want to get to the story about Thomas Massey before we get into calling up RFK Jr. And we can put RFK Jr. call whenever. I know he just waits for us. But Thomas Massey has decided that he was going to vote no on keeping the government open, which is great. That's what all the Republicans should do.
Yes.
Trump has been great on lots of things, but he got real butthurt about Thomas Massey, or angry, and said, "Hey, I hate you, Thomas Massey. I hope you die." Basically, it was like a really long tweet.
That's how libertarians took it. They took this very personally. It hurt our feelings, Trump. It really did.
It did.
Yeah.
Thomas Massey's right, and I like both of you. This isn't like Gaza and Israel. Like, it's not an inseparable divide. I think that some people said some mean things, and that I personally propose that Elon have the Massey Trump Accords, the Friendship Accords, go to Camp David with the libertarians, and make it right again. That's what we need to do. I'm all for you, Trump, but Thomas Massey was right on this vote that you called him out on. You should shut down the government. Continuing the spending was bad. And Massey's been great on it this week. He said, POTUS is spending this day attacking me in Canada. The difference is Canada will cave. Yeah, Massey's not going to cave. That guy is standing on principles. He didn't cave under COVID, and he was right. No. Trump called him up and told him to cave on voting for the whatever spend all our money and take out some more debt act.
Yeah, this isn't the first rodeo with Trump, and he likes to piss Trump off.
And he supported DeSantis. I'm guessing that the grudge is real for Trump because he's not going to forget that you supported DeSantis.
But he did endorse you, so
yeah, he did endorse you.
Get over it, you big orange baby.
And here's Tom Wood sharing, where is everybody on the Trump versus Massey issue?
Finally, everybody's a real libertarian. Everybody's a real libertarian on this issue.
Even Chase Oliver, who's not on here probably. Everybody.
I do wonder why would you put him on there? It's irrelevant. But I do wonder if he did come out and criticize. I mean, I'm sure he did.
He did.
To criticize Trump, he will.
He did. Chase Oliver said, if you think that Massey is wrong, then you've got the eyesight of Mr. Magoo. And it was a really weird. I don't know.
Why was he ever the presidential nominee for the LP? It is the worst image ever, and he's terrible. He's like Pete Buttigieg.
He's a libertarian.
Like Tim Walz and Pete Buttigieg together. They're corny. They're dorky. They're weird.
Yeah, I don't know, but
we don't want a presidential candidate that's known for wearing a pride flag as a cape. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, I think all the libertarians agree we can drive to Kentucky. I'm gonna live in Kentucky. We'll defend Massey to the ends of the earth. We got one congressman Give us the one, guys. Please. We don't have two. How about you just keep the one, right? And in any case, I hope Massey runs for Senate, and it's not. We get two
We got some Rumble rants.
Yeah, fantastic. Quest Fanning dumping the money tonight, saying Amuse and Rasmus are the only way. Oversized Twitter X mutuals that I can't read this. Is this in English, Quest?
It's accounts. Amuse and Rasmus, the guy that we're also friends with, he retweets our streams too. Are the only way oversized Twitter accounts that have regularly retweeted by Elon Muskie. Me, you, and Brian Rasmussen, we know each other, and he's cool. Fiery Waco, $2. Trump treated Joe Rogan the same as he does Massey, and they're fine. Yeah, it happens, maybe because Trump knows that there is really no chance that he's gonna get primaried. He got outspent greatly and just stomped his competitor. So, yeah. Steffi, hey, keep those Rumble rants coming.
Steffi,
That's right.
Because of Quest Fanning, I will be buzzing my head at the end of the show.
Yes.
So making things happen. Trump is making things happen. Thomas Massey is making things happen. Chucky Schumer is making things happen. It's a beautiful week in DC. We're getting things done.
Right. That's right. Well, in like 4 minutes. Do you wanna see if RFK is ready, and then we'll do some America the Beautiful after that, and then you'll shave your head. All right. About 15 after, we're gonna give RFK a call, but we can do a few more stories before that.
I'm trying to click through what the ones I actually really want to hit. This one with Jon Stewart is absolutely.
Okay. Yes.
The I don't know how to describe this. Like,
in the chat, I want let's play this video, and in the chat after it's done, I'll try not to interrupt. I want you all to in the chat say whether Jon Stewart is doing a very, very, very convincing satire, or if he actually believes what he's saying. It's very hard to tell. So that's what I would say about it. What about you, Brian?
I watched this, and my only reaction was, wow.
All right, let's see.
So you're saying if you have a media machine that purposefully lies to its people to maintain a political fiction and get themselves power, that is the hallmark of an authoritarian system, not a democratic system?
Absolutely.
Well, if we were ever to get something like that in the United States, we would be horrified, furious, to know that there was an entire media organization designed to bend reality, to manipulate facts, to maintain power. It would, if I may, and I'm not trying to slam Hungary, it would never happen in the United States. It's just not. I almost can't even conjure it, imagine it. It must be very difficult to live in a country where one media organization, out of whole cloth, knowingly, explicitly, maybe even in meetings behind the scenes might say, we're lying to our audience. Holy shit.
What do you think, chat?
And then call for news people to be fired for telling the truth. I mean, if something like that happened in the United States, it would be a dark day indeed.
Did he?
John.
Did he go under? Maybe the COVID shot gave him amnesia?
That's the thing. Like I can see both. I can see him move in and out of doing the satire, and I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? Like I thought maybe he's doing some satire here, and doing a bit. But at other times it sounds like he was very convinced that he did not think that was the case. So I don't know. But
I can't
either way,
believe that the media would manipulate info. Not in the U.S.
I can't believe it.
No, sir.
It would push a political propaganda. They wouldn't be all centralized and from the same mantra, the same propaganda talking points going out in unison very clearly.
You know what? it's possible that he believes this under the scenario where he just goes to work, reads the teleprompter, and then goes and sits at the beach and plays golf and doesn't have any connection to the real world. He's got an Instagram algo that's everyone believing with him, what he believes, and then he goes in and reads the teleprompter and has no idea. But I doubt that.
Yeah. Her face is like, yeah. I know what oppression looks like, and I don't think you can see it. Yeah, they can convince themselves to lie even about the laptop. Yeah, fire Waco. That alone, like that was a well-known story, and now it's well known to be debunked, and it was well known to have used to try to keep President Trump from being office, and impeaching him several times. Quest Fanning, $1. You will never go full retard. That's
yeah,
right,
guys.
That's right.
That is the wrong thing. You never go full retard. Never.
That's right. That's right. I can't
What a
remember
great
what I was
movie.
saying. Move on.
Tropic Thunder was the last comedy. I honestly think it was the last. Robert Downey Jr. in blackface. Tom Cruise dressed up as a fat, bald exec that wanted to kill his people for insurance.
Yeah.
It was the last one. Like,
And
Hollywood gave up
and it was
after
always
that.
had always been fine because comedy is funny, and yeah, you can't do a film like that anymore.
Yeah, you can. It just has to go on rumble.com, because Rumble
Yes,
supports
Rumble.
free speech. Thank you so much for everybody. If you are on X, come over to rumble.com/liberty tonight. Join the chat. We're going off on the chat tonight. Quest Fanning says the interview was okay. Yeah. So I think we should do a different interview. I should call up RFK Jr., talk to him about if he actually ate the fries. Let me find his number on my dial. Hey, RFK, I've got a picture of Bill Clinton up. I just want you to know that I know who you really are.
I can act like Bill Clinton if you like. It's kind of hard for me to do the accent with my throat, but also have a southern and smooth like him.
Okay, so what I wanted to bring you on to talk about was your trip to Steak and Shake. Did you eat their food, and what did you think of their fries?
Oh, absolutely, Brian. You saw me there, and I'll tell you what, Cheryl has. She's about killed me with all her health smoothies and green smoothies and supplements and all of these things. Don't get me wrong, Brian. I love my methylene blue and my testosterone. Don't get me wrong, but I've been dying to have fries for like 10 years with this health freak lady. I mean, but Brian,
You're a health freak, man, too. I know that you worked out and took some tea earlier, like testosterone earlier in the day. So you could probably have a few French fries, but what about the hamburger? Did you really eat that?
Yeah, it wasn't like the time I was on Air Force One on Trump One and just held it for a photo op. That I went and washed my hands right after that photo was taken. And not to bring up Cheryl again, because that's all I ever talk about, but she was not very happy with me when I landed. I'll tell you that.
So, I mean, Cheryl's probably angry at you more often than not. So, did you at least bring her a shake?
Oh yeah, Brian. She has a thing for whipped cream, and I never pass up the opportunity to have some whipped cream around my wife.
I don't need to know any more than that. Okay, so you have been in power now, and you're obviously doing some PR. What do you have on the docket for the rest of March going into April? Are you going to be firing some people? You're going to be arresting some people? What's going on?
I'm gonna be bullying the hell out of food companies until they take the poison out of our children's foods. I told them to take out the artificial dyes and replace it all with methylene blue. We're going to take out the poison and put in the the blue dye. It doesn't make any sense to me, Brian, why you wouldn't want your children to be on blue fabric dye.
Yeah, the red dye 40, no good, but methylene blue, good. I know there's a toxic load to that as well. Probably not good for everybody. Plus, it turns your teeth blue.
Yeah, in my world, colored cereal and Prozac don't go together. So if your child's on antidepressants, they get no Fruity Pebbles in my world. Sorry, kid.
That's a good policy.
To make you even more depressed than you already are.
So what's it like working with the Trump administration? I'm guessing there's quite a bit of fast food around all the time, especially at the White House.
I told that fat orange man that he's gonna have a heart attack eating like that, but you know Trump, Brian. You can't tell him anything, and just like those Indian reporters, he can't understand a goddamn thing I'm saying. So everything has to be repeated to him, and it's just not worth my time. So I just do my own thing.
All right. Well, you think you can get a lot done in the next 4 years? Are you incorporating anything from Doge? Anyone from Elon's team?
Oh, absolutely, Brian. We're gonna streamline the process of kicking these scientists out who misled the people, and we're gonna get justice for all those families. But more importantly, we're gonna make America healthy again, and that's my mission.
Yeah, and you know, you joined the Libertarian Party as a lifetime member back in May last year, and you are the only libertarian in the cabinet. Is that a heavy burden? Have you considered actually becoming more of an economic libertarian? Have you read any Rothbard or anything at all?
Yes, Brian. In fact, I had to read 3 chapters out of Human Action out loud to Angela before she would give me the membership. So that was a requirement. Yes.
That's awesome.
Angela, she's great. Yeah, she's the best chair they've ever had.
Well, Angela McArdle used to be the chair of the Libertarian Party. She stepped down to start something new, but I haven't seen what that is. Is she going to be working for you?
Oh no, Brian. She's very busy being a successful comedian, and you know what they say about distance makes the heart grow fonder. When we finally get our hands on each other, Brian,
Hey, let's keep this show more family friendly than it's been. Okay? I know you like to talk dirty and keep your food clean. Let's try to do both.
We should put that on a shirt, Brian.
Yeah, that sounds like a brand of dipping sauce for you there. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much, Bobby. I really appreciate you coming on our show all the time. You've always been great. Any last words to the fans?
Let's make America healthy together.
All right. Let's do that, guys. Oh, that was a great interview. Thank you, Bobby Kennedy. Very much appreciate you coming on the show again. It's been a wonderful evening. We're 90 minutes in. For all the new people here, this is Liberty Tonight. Because of the donations of our wonderful guests over on rumble.com, over $70-something in Rumble Rants, I will be buzzing my hair coming up in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you want me to read anything, please continue to give Rumble Rants, and I promise I will read it for money because I have standards. Something along those lines.
Do have a Rumble Rant to read. Quest Fanning, $1. Is Heinz ketchup a vegetable? Well, the root of that problem, pun intended, is a tomato a vegetable? And I believe it technically is not. It is technically a fruit. So Therefore, ketchup is fruit sauce.
I am going to say it's technically a vegetable just because I don't care. And now that it's even, and we can continue to move on with it being hard to know. Trump on Greenland.
Do that, Denmark's very far away and really has nothing to do. What happens, a boat?
It's not big enough to become a state.
Years ago or something, and they say they have
No
rights to it. I don't know if that's true.
Not enough
I don't
people.
think it is actually. But we've been
the
dealing
territory
with
of Greenland.
dealing with Greenland, and we have to do it.
I think he just wants to have it because like the shape of it kind of looks like the top of his hair. Like it's up there. It's on top of America. He wants Canada to have the swoosh, and then Greenland to have the swish that he has on his head. He wants America to look like his head. Screw Mount Rushmore. He wants America to look like him, a portrait of him. So it's gonna be Trump land. It's not gonna be Greenland anymore. Or Goldland. Yes.
I think if we get Canada and Greenland, that's great for oil exploration, gun rights, hunting. I'm going moose hunting in Alberta for sure. Like all sorts
Is there
of
gold in Greenland?
There's so much glacier that you can't even mine it. You can't mine whatever it is underneath it. You can't even see what's underneath it because there's so much ice. So where there's not ice, you can look.
Grok says that gold is primarily found in southern Greenland, with notable deposits at the Lugnaig gold mine.
Notably found because you can actually find it there, right? When it's under a mile of ice.
A new gold rush, man. That's what I'm trying to get at. Who wants to go to Greenland and mine some gold? Let's go.
I mean, we got to get out some nuclear reactors and melt all that ice and raise that sea level, and then we can find some stuff underneath it. But it's also way smaller than people think.
Goldland. Let's go.
One of my favorite things to do is move countries around over each other because of the Mercator projection. Things at the equator look smaller and things at the North Pole look much bigger. So like Cuba from east to west is the same width as Alaska from east to west. But because Cuba is so much closer to the equator, it looks so much smaller on the map. So it's always fun to see stuff that looks in the middle. Like Saudi Arabia is in the middle, but it's one of the biggest countries on Earth. It's like the 5th biggest country on Earth. But because it's nearer the equator, it looks so much smaller.
Cuba is the same miles across as Greenland?
No, as Alaska.
As Alaska? Well,
from
even
east to
still.
west. And not including the Aleutian Islands, but just the main body of Alaska.
I never knew that. Things you know.
Oh yeah, I can pull up the website to compare it right now. But I won't because I'm going to shut down that little bit of autist that I've got. Okay, so somebody thought it would be a great idea to invite Kamala Harris to an AI forum. Because if there's anything that people want from Kamala, it's to hear her speak.
That's right.
DoorDash, because I wanted Doritos. And they were about, the red carpet part was about to start. Nobody wanted to leave to go to the grocery store. So it was DoorDash. And I'm thinking about this, so I was willing to give up whatever might be the tracking of Kamala Harris's particular fondness for nacho cheese Doritos for the sake of getting a big bag of Doritos as I watched the Oscars.
Holy shit.
So,
oh man, like I would expect to hear this conversation in like one of the, and what's it called, those big bowls that come over a lady's head in the hair salon from like 20 years ago?
The hair dryer.
Yeah. This is what I expect.
You're being generous, Brian. This is a conversation that I would expect to happen out of somebody's mouth who just smoked the biggest blunt of their life. That somebody who just took a dab. That's what I expect that person to say, "Oh, DoorDash is the Doritos because I love Doritos, and then I used my phone and the Doritos came, man, it was so good." Like we have a blowout stoner as possibly have been the president of the United States. We came this close to absolute destruction, folks. Thank God for Trump. Quest Fanning, $1 Rumble Rant. Quote, way smaller than people think. Slash, probably. Are those pronouns?
Gulf of America tank.
Yeah.
This is Liberty Tonight, where freedom never sleeps. I am Brian Piotr. You can find me on X at this handle, staying with King Libertarian. Message us the stories and pictures and life updates that you want to share on the show. We'd love to get content sent to us. And if you want to wear content, the Gulf of America portfolio is perfect. And I'm going to wear a Gulf of America tank, I hope, all summer. I want one of those like farmer tan lines where you can see that I've been wearing a tank even when I take my shirt off.
Yep.
Liberal Tears mug, Gulf of America towel. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just saying, we got lots of options at theforlibertyshop.com. It's a beautiful night, Thursday night. The weekend's getting kicked off.
Yeah.
And don't be an idiot.
Now let's be the first to invite you or welcome you to Friday. We are ushering you into the best 3 days of every week with this show where freedom never sleeps. That is right.
Mental retardation is not a tidy classification. Its causes are many. It is at once the most common and the most handicapping of all disorders. The degree of mental retardation varies widely. A retarded individual may have a damaged brain, impaired ability to think, to learn, to adapt to life, to perform the
Do you think this is a track taken from something real or AI?
There are thought to be 5 million people
actual
now living in the United States
audio
who are
clip
retarded,
from the 50s.
and many more
it could be, yeah.
who have never been properly diagnosed and are destined to function ineffectively throughout their lives.
Yeah, that
In
clip
years
of
past,
the penguin
they would have been categorized
where he kind of waddles
feeble-minded,
off from the podium.
imbecile, idiot.
It looked like he had
But
shit his
today,
pants.
there is hope that they can live as participating members of the community.
We got a
If
new
they are
PM and
identified
we got a new
anymore
prime minister in
and
Canada
handled
that's
with
just
care.
stupid.
Assisted by a full network of existing agencies.
I will miss
a
the
mental
good little boy.
retardation center
I will.
Can help to forge a meaningful chain of life situations for each retarded individual. The retarded can become participating members of society if they are given the
Aren't we all
incentive
glad
to
that
thrive.
all of these people that have been in this video, we have not or do not need to anymore, or will shortly never have to deal with ever again?
I'm glad.
Isn't like at least half those people we for sure don't have to worry about ever again, and we just need to get the rest of them out of there. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Should we go to America the Beautiful?
Yes, let's do America the Beautiful. America the Beautiful. We have curated a list of videos for you that highlights only the heights of our society, only what makes America great, and what makes us the envy of the world is these folks and what they're doing and what they're saying in these videos. So please enjoy this, have a laugh with us as we go on to the tail end of the show, and we'll watch a few of these, and then whenever Brian is ready to buzz cut his hair, that's what'll happen.
Hi. Can I see your driver's license and registration?
You boy. No, Papa.
Oh man.
Hey, Papa, come back.
Why was there an instinct there? I don't understand.
Boy, babe, get. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
He took off like there was a key of coke underneath his old trunk.
Now to the
That was hilarious.
Oh, he's just a little boy running away from a stranger. I don't doubt. I think that's the right reaction for my kids too, to run away from a stranger, especially the police.
story of a pig that is inspiring others. One pot-bellied pig has certainly endured his share of problems. Chris P. Bacon was born without the use of his
What a great name for a pig.
Yeah, you have to read this story.
On the teleprompter.
Yeah, probably with no warning.
No.
Chris P. Bacon.
He's got no legs. Look at him.
We cannot. Oh my God. Now to the story of a pig that is inspiring others.
That is good stuff. That's what makes America great, you guys. We are so prosperous and we're so decadent that instead of putting that poor pig out of its misery and making it bacon for the rest of us, we put it in a wheelchair. We said, "You're not handicapped, you're handy-abled pig, just like the rest of us. Get over here and let us spend $500 on a wheelchair for you instead of just putting you out of your misery." That's what America's about. That's about caring about beings less than us, than other than human beings. That's what America makes us great.
Okay, we got BLM Plaza getting cleaned up.
Man.
Our tax dollars paid to make the thing. Our tax dollars are paying to get rid of the thing. But anyways, we're healing, guys.
That's right.
Without the government, who would build the public BLM mosaic?
Without USAID money.
Without USAID.
Without $30 billion. Like, I thought it was just paint on the ground, but no, these were like bricks. This is an effort, man. Wow. Yeah. How much did this cost to erect in the first place? I'm sure it was.
It's a different question. Are we talking about before the interest rate and the 30-year debt, or because it's not a cash up front price, it's a put on the card price. Okay, more Americana, guys. America the Beautiful. I'll maximize it for the comments. Dwayneson. Dude, that guy's probably got a very strong neck.
Yeah. Mike Tyson was trying to get his neck, training his neck for the fights. Yeah, can you imagine like just jabbing that dude in the face? Like it's gonna be like punching a steel post.
Yeah, you break your hand and he's gonna be right after you.
Oh.
Ha ha ha. Okay, one more good one, and then I'm gonna pull out the clippers. And here's the question: how are you going to fill the void while I do it? You gonna hold a conversation for everybody?
No, we put on the music. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna narrate it. We're gonna make fun of you while it happens, and then it's gonna be a good time.
Hope you like it. Light that bitch up.
Some guys are so dumb. And you know what? We're all guilty of watching this. We're doing what was desired.
They went to the trouble of filming it and putting it on the internet, so if it could give me pleasure in a very Big Daddy way, it is what it is. Hey, the guitar video, why don't you put that on the background while you do it? You still have that one?
No.
Okay. Whip it out. Let's go. Put on some music. Put on your little bib. And let's get this razor going. All right, everybody in the chat, cheer Brian on as he's about to shave his head or clipper his head live on Liberty Tonight, because we set a Rumble Rant goal of at least $69 for this to occur, and then we're way above that thanks to everybody in the chats. Here we go. We are Liberty Tonight, where freedom never sleeps. I am your host, King Libertarian, at King Libertarian on X, and at Brian Piotr on X. We're on the For Liberty Network at forlibertynetwork.com. That will bring you to our locals page, where you can subscribe there.
We're at $83 for the night.
$83. Wow, that is a record. And we definitely had the record amount of people live watching this show. So we expect the total head count on that.
I'm going with the small one.
Yeah, you got to go with the one or the one guard at least.
I think there's one smaller. No, that's 4. I don't have any small.
Or are you going skin?
This is the smallest one in the box.
Let's see it. Let's see how short this is going to go. Agura Greg says, trim, trim, trim. Yes. All right.
What's it going to look like?
Go. Oh, didn't you put your bib on, Brian?
You're right. You're right.
Put your bib on, Brian. Your wife's going to get mad at you for getting hair everywhere. She's watching. Don't you remember?
I'm going to have to vacuum myself and do all this stuff afterwards.
But the bib was part of it. You must look as ridiculous as possible. All right. He got one swipe in. Crew, is that short enough? Or should he take all the guards off and just shave from the guard off? I don't know. It looks like a little strip is gone there, but is it shorter? Did you unplug something, Brian?
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything.
Okay,
But
I was giving you a hard time. I said that we don't know if this is short enough to be able to be seen, and maybe the guard needs to come off.
Let me do one
I don't know,
side.
chat. What do you say? It doesn't look much different to me. I don't know. Was it worth $69? We'll see. Let's get some swipes in here. This is the most fun we've ever had on this show. I guarantee you that. Oh, let's see. What do you think, Brian? Can you see yourself? Do you think it's short enough to earn the $69, or do you want to take that guard off and take a swipe? I don't know.
I think you can see my scalp.
All right, finish the job. Keep going, keep going. Oh man, Buzz Cut McGee. I do keep my promise. I'm going to take my crown off just briefly. And this is not an abdication whatsoever. But look at this luscious head of hair that I have for $420. If that ever should occur in Rumble Rants on this channel, I won't buzz cut it all one shape like that, but I will get it super short. I will cut my hair on the channel. All right, Brian's going. He's living a little bit of a mohawk. It looks like. Should he keep the mohawk, folks? Oh, no.
I've never used a stream to check my work.
He's going. Brian Piotr on the For Liberty Network. We are shameless here on the show For Liberty Tonight. Liberty Tonight. If you're following us here, or if you're watching this right now and you're watching a grown man shave his head live on television, give us a follow on the channel. Give us a thumbs up on that channel. Go over to forlibertyshop.com. If you go to forlibertyshop.com and you type in Liberty Tonight in the search bar, you'll find our exclusive collection. And yeah, in lieu of a bib such as he has there, you could have draped a Gulf of America beach towel around you if you did not have such a device for catching hair. But Brian, what do you think? Maybe you need to clean up around the ears a little bit. But hey, look at that.
I think I took a lot of hair off.
All right,
Anybody
Brian.
want to knit this together into some kind of weird fan thing?
Yeah. Okay.
Little doll.
So for $5, he will send you plus shipping and handling. You can get Brian's hair for whatever your purpose would be. Do you want to sniff Brian's hair? Do you want to use it to make a voodoo doll of Brian so you could stab him?
Let's
You
not
want
be
to cast
overly
a
weird.
spell on Brian Piotr? Having some of his hair would be a perfect opportunity to do that. Hey, if other people can sell chewed bubble gum, we can sell Brian Piotr's hair. So shoot him a DM. He will send you a bag of his hair. How about that?
My wife said that you got to vacuum, but then I'll make you a sandwich, guys.
Oh, look at that.
This is the kind of woman that you're looking for.
That's right. That's a keeper right there.
She's a woman that's found in real life. You're not going to find them by swiping right or left. The good ones are always taken in real life, guys.
Yeah,
That's
if you want to quote a great comedian, if you want a nice girl, you got to go to somewhere non-threatening, neutral, like a pumpkin patch or a library or church. You're not gonna find her swiping left or right. Well, definitely not if you swipe left.
Okay,
Ship
so
these nuts.
I do want to say that the winning never stopped. We've had some self-deportations. I believe that the herpes lady, Rosie O'Donnell, who we will probably still get updates from in the future, is now going to be streaming from Ireland. Oh, it's a 9-minute video. We're not watching a 9-minute video.
She gets to the point pretty quickly.
But she can't handle Donald Trump and her herpes, and she is going to self-deport to Ireland.
Yes. And she took 9 minutes to explain that. For anyone wondering, I don't know why you would care, but as given her name, I guess if you can trace your lineage back, I think it's the same for a lot of European countries. Like I could get a Croatian citizenship because you can trace my lineage back to it. So
no, but also
Ireland.
if
this
you
was
have
your problem.
So like Trump introduced the gold visa, and it's just if you bring money to the country, you can have a visa. That's all over the world. Like half the countries on the world have a rich person version where you can come in and get a visa. You can get a visa or live there with a passport if you have enough cash. Not every country. Like I don't think China's got that, but like every island in the Caribbean and a lot of places in Europe and all sorts of places, you just say, here's $5 million in the bank account and I'm buying a house and here you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, and the Bahamas, Switzerland, that's essentially like bring your money and we'll treat you good. It's not a novel concept. And we should be doing it if we want the best in all the investments.
We got a quick comment from the president on this.
Fun-loving people, great attitude, many in this room right now that I've met. Why in the world would you let Rosie O'Donnell move to Ireland? I think she's going to lower your happiness level.
It's true. Thank you. I like that question.
You know you have Rosie O'Donnell?
Do you know who she is? Yeah.
I'm joking.
You better off not. You better off not knowing.
The Irish president doesn't seem to know what planet he's on, too. He is completely confused by everything going on.
He's so used to like never being noticed and never being in the spotlight, and then being in front of Trump. He's just like, I don't know how to handle this. Just be polite. Yeah. Don't get tariffs against my country. That's all.
Yeah. Don't impose tariffs and we'll be fine. I wish we could do episodes completely on the clips from Trump when he's in these meetings, just firing it off and randomly they're going on these weaves. I feel like you could do an entire show just based on him going off. We miss these things. Like we had 4 years of greatness of that, and then we were deprived for 4 years. And some would say, and what I would say is probably the worst 4 or 5 years of probably anyone's life so far to date. To be in such a dark place and to now be delivered to a future in which this man is the most important man on earth And anytime he speaks in front of cameras, everybody listens. And these are the types of things he decides to do and say. Just realize how privileged we are to live in this nation. That somebody is finally pushing these people around and bullying people that deserve to be bullied. Let's just be honest. And that's just how I feel about it. As a sovereign, as a dictator, just like Trump, I completely support him.
So Quest Fanning says his mom's side was Swedish and Norwegian. Just go get those citizenships and then throw them away. I think that just means you get to pay extra taxes. Is that how that works? I don't know. Swedish probably, I don't know. Some of those might let you go to Cuba, but I'm not sure Cuba is quite the vacation destination. So
No.
There was a crazy lady speaking out against X, and it's pretty awesome. So I think this might be our last clip of the night, to be determined. But here's a wonderful little speech from a wonderful citizen who has the same amount of voting power as us.
Your weekend and you get the fork in the road message, or you get the subsequent 5 bullets. Hey, what the hell did you do, you lazy federal worker, this week?
Yeah. Yeah.
How frightening is it that someone on X, the owner of X, speaks to you directly to say, what did you do last week at work? And if you don't answer, I am going to fire you.
This is 2025 wearing a mask.
But even more egregious,
Yeah.
the president comes out, the most
The
powerful
voice,
person in the
the
land,
screech.
and endorses
The
that.
pitch in which she's delivering this is in it is her voice has been crafted over 80 years at least, judging by the condition of her. She's got to be at least 90 years old. She's had 80 years to hone in this tone and this pitch of voice that is specifically designed to burrow into a man's ear and spike his brain. And
this is
repeated abuse of the ear and brain from this voice has been specifically designed by her to capture the male brain and disable it to where she just can do and say whatever she wants. And then anytime you oppose her and anytime she is a victim and you are an abuser.
This reminds me of a proverb from the Bible. It is better it is better to live on the corner of your roof than with a nagging wife.
Does it really say that?
Yeah. There's a couple versions.
On the corner of your roof?
Yeah. It is like a constant dripping of rain as a nagging wife. It's basically, the Bible says it's like being waterboarded.
Yeah.
Yeah. This lady. Now, we all met this lady. Her name is Karen. We met her during COVID, yelling at us to put on masks. We've met her.
She's a hyphenated last name.
We've met her at HOA board meetings talking about the color of tan on somebody's fence. There's a million examples of what Karen has done in our country. And we need her gone. Like, we need her gone from government. And if you are afraid from having to tell your boss what you did this week, quit.
She's the one that was peeking out of her window and calling the cops on kids that were playing on the playgrounds that were locked up during COVID.
Oh,
she was the one. She was the one that was enforcing COVID mandates and shaming people who weren't. I mean, all right, yeah. Her name is now Margaret. That is right. We don't care, Margaret. Your voice has damaged me in ways I didn't know was possible within the few seconds I heard your voice. And I wish to never hear it ever again. So, yeah. Shall we do Peasant of the Week before we send everyone off onto their pre-weekend?
Who, king of all libertarians, is the peasant that we shall celebrate for the rest of the week?
I've contemplated this long and hard. For a king's duty is great, and the crown lay heavy upon my scalp. But great power comes great responsibility, and it is my great honor and duty to bestow what I call the Peasant of the Week. You are all my peasants. I am your king. I am a benevolent dictator. I am the monarch of libertarianism. I am your head of state, per se. I represent you as your sovereign leader. And it is a very important honor, and that honor this week goes to that kid that broke that Guitar Hero record. There you go. I don't even know your name, but look, if OnlyFans girls can make millions of dollars just laying there, this man had dedication. This man had heart. This man had determination. He turned his passion into a business by having thousands of people watching and supporting him, just like we have here on the Liberty Tonight Show and the For Liberty Network. So never give up on your dreams. If you want to never have sex, but everybody know who you are, become an famous internet gamer and break the record that no one else has ever broken. If you're going to do anything, whether it's playing video games or being a janitor, if you're going to be a janitor, those toilets better be so clean. That floor better be waxed to perfection. People better be able to come in and eat off of any surface that you have touched, because you are the best you can be. And that was what a good peasant's been about. Being the best person you can be, so I can be the dictator over you. So I appreciate everyone coming in tonight.
Thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching us. Come back here Thursday night next week, 10 p.m. Eastern. We will have another fantastic show for you. We will do everything we can to make it hilarious. Send us everything you got that you think is of interest, and have a great weekend. Go party. Go enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the sunshine. Spring is upon us. The dark winter is over. So go enjoy it. Go and spend time with family. Get off the internet. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. We will talk to you next week. Thank you.